What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, this literally does not work. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. I'm doing what I do, which is working and trying to provide good homes for people. And, dealing with some people that moved out of this space and have to do some fixing. So here's what's cool. The Dallas Cowboys may have a little bit of an advantage over a lot of the teams out there. And the advantage I say is this. You're talking to my man Richard, he finally got the TV up on the rack and everything else. He absolutely loves it. In fact, he's going to put mini helmets up underneath it on the shelf and stuff in there. He's excited as can be, and I think he wants to go ahead and get the end tables to go with it so he can finish dressing up his man cave. So, I'm happy when people like what I do. And it's a good feeling. It really is a great feeling when you can create something and it makes people's lives better. So for the Dallas Cowboys, here's what's actually cool. And I'm surprised that we haven't heard some of the talking heads crying foul against the Dallas Cowboys. Because the Cowboys, when you think about the NFLPA, you remember the NFLPA was saying, oh, we don't want to have workouts in person, and they said that there were less injuries and the play on the field last year was better because they had less practices. And the NFLPA went through and, tried to shut that down until it ended up being the offensive tackle for Denver tore his ACL and literally, let me move over here, try to get this stuff done. Tore his ACL, and the team said, well, we're not going to pay you because that was not related to working out at our facilities, which kind of messed that whole situation up a little bit for him. He literally lost $25 million. Now, for the Cowboys had already been working out at the facilities. In fact, we had 26 players working at the facilities before the league year started, the highest in the NFL. Then we go through and we end up doing voluntary OTAs. Now, originally, and I'm not sure how many actually followed through to it, but I wrote it down. 21 teams, the 49ers, the Rams, the Dolphins, the Jets, the Chargers, the Falcons, the Steelers, the Raiders, the Giants, the Browns, the Bears, the Pats, the Lions, the Bucks, the Seahawks, the Saints, the Ravens, the Browns, the Eagles, the Vikings, and the Titans all decided that, you know what, we're not going to do voluntary, at least originally, voluntary workouts. We'll do virtual realities, but you know what, we're not bringing the players here because of concerns of COVID. Now, when I was talking to my man Richard said what happened is, Cam Hayward from the Steelers went to management, he's the representative for the NFLPA for the Steelers, and went to management with the list of demands of how they would be comfortable working out in voluntary workouts. And they came to an agreement, and the Steelers ended up having OTAs. But here's the thing. The Cowboys and the Steelers are playing the Hall of Fame game, which means they have one more game that they actually have than everybody else. Everybody else only has 3 games for preseason. And this is great because this is going to give the Dallas Cowboys an opportunity to have all of these young players. And make no mistake about it, we don't have a lot of veterans. We are now the 10th youngest team in the NFL. So we've got all of these young guys that will be able to play preseason games and to get some extra work in. Now here's the thing. With the new collective bargaining agreement, no team can have more than 16 padded practices. That's it. That's all the practices that you can have during training camp leading up to the season, and 11 padded practices during the season. So for the Dallas Cowboys to have those guys there for voluntary workouts, okay? Now, OTAs, let's be clear here. They were practicing. We saw Dak out on the field running around, throwing passes and stuff. We had guys running routes and things like that. So think about this, guys. The Cowboys were able to do all of that work, all that practice. You know, we talking about practice. Not a game now. We talk about practice. Where Micah Parsons, their rookie, right? He ended up having rookie OTAs first, right? So all the rookie guys are there working out. Then you bring in the vets. You got on the field. So they had enough time for him to be working out at Mike linebacker, at weak side linebacker, at strong side linebacker, right? And now pass rushing. If your team did not have those OTAs, if they did not show up for those voluntary workouts, you're getting paperwork. You're getting, basically computer, guidance and stuff for working out, right? That ain't the same as the coach being there. Did you see Dan Quinn in there literally showing, the first week of rookie OTAs where he was there with Quentin Bohannon and he's up there showing the hand movement and everything else and how to rip? That's hands-on training that these guys are getting that already put them ahead of the teams that didn't have them. If you're one of those teams and you've got all these rookies that you need to play and get, time together, they ain't got that much time to work out. You're talking about 16 padded practices, okay? The Cowboys are already ahead of the curve. Now, the way I look at it from where we stood from last year, they've assembled this team. The Cowboys aren't going to be signing any big-name free agents at this point right now like we did last year, bringing in Emerson Griffin and Dontari Poe, where they have to show up for training camp and only have a few practices to try and get their shit together. All the guys that basically going to play significant time have already been exposed to those 8 practices that they've already had in OTAs, plus being at the facilities and getting to know each other. The Cowboys, this sets up to an advantage that the Cowboys should be able to come out the gates ready to rock and roll. And I know I'm going to hear from a lot of y'all that say, I'm crazy, man, you're crazy. But I think, let me double check. Let me double check. 49ers, Rams, Dolphins, Jets, Chargers, Falcons, Steelers, Raiders, Bucks. Aha! Tampa Bay. Now, Tampa Bay re-signed most of their players, so most of them pretty much know what they're doing. But think about it. Tom Brady has been rehabbing. Tom Brady and crew won't have as much practice and geared up and is ready. I look at it like this. It's one thing when you're working out on your own. It's still not the same as when you're working out with your team. When you're out there running around on the field together, okay, that adrenaline, that working out and everything else, where everybody is looking at you. Did you see the shape that La'el Collins was in? You don't think having those OTAs are going to make him in better shape to go ahead and play? You don't think Tyler Badish having extra snaps with Dak Prescott back there isn't going to make them better? Think about the advantage that the Dallas Cowboys just got just because of this. I'm telling you, if the team can stay healthy and coming out the gates, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if the Cowboys come in there in better shape and can outlast some of those teams early. Tampa Bay. Those young guys, they have a whole lot more wind than those old farts. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm going to finish spackling up these holes, and I'm going to get back up the road. Hope you're having a great day. See you soon.